Hey Mocha family, wait, don't go. This is not a mistake. You have not seen this video already. I'm just showing you a clip from last week's video because I wanted to really thank you guys for all the encouraging words that you guys left on the video last week. I was feeling really frustrated that I would have to take these braids out much sooner than I had planned, but you guys let me know that I could still work with this hair, that I didn't have to start over. And we had a big summer party come up and there was no time to start over, but you guys really inspired me. So this video is me showing you the style I came up with for this summer party, and I did end up doing this style on both Ms. Mocha Baby and on Mocha Girl 3. So here I am basically re-moisturizing her hair. There's plain water in the purple bottle and the ramekin had coconut oil in it. And what I basically did was shift my thinking. I decided to treat these box braids like I would loose hair. And that's one way you could get more time out of old braids and twists, is to style it the exact same way you would style loose hair. So because I'm putting the coconut oil and her hair is damp with water, I'm using this brush very lightly, very softly, but the brush itself is super soft. It's as soft as a complexion brush, so I'm not ripping her hair out. Now here's the trick. I'm flat twisting her hair. I'm going to do a bunch of flat twists and secure the base of the flat twist with rubber bands, those little tiny rubber bands that come like 300 in a bag or 600 in a bag that are like $1 and change. Yeah. And when I'm ready to take the style out, I'm simply going to cut the rubber bands out. But I really love using rubber bands on braids and twists because since the hair, you know, the strands are trapped in the braids and the twist, it's not nearly as damaging. In fact, we didn't have any damage at all. There were no strands that came away when I cut the rubber bands off. But they last really well. They're impervious to getting wet in the pool or anything else that needs to happen. And the girls are able to keep their style even as they're rolling all over the floor and all the other stuff that young girls do to have a good time. So you guys have seen me come on here before and do the Princess Leia double bun style on loose hair, but I honestly think the style looks even better with these old box braids or even twists, because when your eye looks at it, you almost don't even know what you're looking at. The texture that you get from the individual braids and the texture that you get from the flat twist, and because I flat twisted it, any loose hairs are now smoothed into the flat twist. It's like a brand new fresh style. And I mean, I have to tell you guys that I really like the end result. So I'm only gonna show you one side because I basically repeated the exact same thing on the other side. The bun is really simple. I'm basically twirling small sections of the braided ponytail and I'm spiraling it, kind of like a Cinnabon. And you can really play with this however you like. You could keep it really simple by keeping your spirals side by side until you run out of hair. You could do bigger sections, smaller sections. You can overlap things. And I was really pressed for time that day, so I did something quick and simple, but I really think you could end up with something complex looking and very beautiful, but really what you're doing couldn't be any simpler. And I'm using those same pins that I talked about in a previous video. I was afraid to buy them in the store because they reminded me of the crimp bobby pins we used to use back in the day that used to hold the style really well, but when you went to take them out, you would come out with strands of hair also. But I'm here to report that, you know, we haven't had any kind of hair come away with these pins, and They work just as well with the braids, although you probably have to work a little harder to hold the pins apart to fit into the braids, but I was really happy with them. And unlike some styles where the bobby pins start falling out after the kid has had the style in for a couple of hours, these pins stayed right in place. So look at that. Doesn't that look so much more complicated than what it actually is? So I'm just really happy about how neat this style looks. And even Mocha Girl 3, whose hair is a lot fuzzier than Ms. Mocha Baby, the style worked just as well on her. So thank you guys so much for encouraging me not to give up and for inspiring me to try something different to make these braids last, because I really didn't have time to start from scratch. Be blessed.